Previously on the Big Office Move. It's time to build the ultimate tech YouTuber office in this space that's like 3 times the size of what we currently work in. This is ridiculous. Oh, crashed into the wall. If this dies after this move, then so be it. Oh my God. Woo, this is cool. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another GeekaWhat video, and in today's video you join me for kind of day 2 of building the ultimate YouTuber office. Today we're going to be building a couple of insane setups for the 2 editors, all in conjunction with our partner for this series, eBuyer and AlphaSync. Now, eBuyer have been kind enough to send over not only one of LG's latest 34-inch ultrawides, editor Dan is going to have it nice, but we've also got not one Gigabyte G32QC, not 2 Gigabyte G32QCs, but actually 3 Gigabyte G32Q. I'm joking, I'm not going to do that unfortunately, but I'm actually out of breath. Jake is going to have an insane curved triple monitor ultra-wide setup, which is going to be super duper cool. Let's start off with our ultra-wide though, which is kind of really geared up for editing, and it's going to make sure we got really accurate colors, plus it's USB Type-C, so we can perhaps run peripherals and other stuff off it and keep our cable management nice and tidy. Dan's desk is looking a little bit lonely. He's got the more cheapo chair, that will change in the new year, and he's got a singular keyboard, so we should probably go about and change that. Now, as I say, a big shout out to eBuyer for sending this out. If you want to buy any of the tech we talk about in all of our office move videos and some of our PC build videos as well, actually, you can find those in the description below. Especially for my UK viewers, they're really competitively priced and might actually have stock of RTX 3000 where you can't get it on other websites or the normal links in the description. Wow, look at this. So 34-inch ultra wide, really thin bezels as well on here, and if I kind of spin it around, I know this is upside down, but you can see here we've got DisplayPort in, HDMI in, USB-C in, and then a USB hub as well. So if you wanted to plug up some peripherals, or I actually think the better thing to plug up is like a webcam and a microphone, you can do that and not have any wires ready to deal with, which is really quite nice. I always find building like an ultra wide monitor up really nerve-wracking, especially when it's curved, because you don't want to put too much pressure on the outside kind of joints. So those screws we've actually had to remove. They're actually the VESA screws, so if you wanted to VESA mount this, you can do without too much issue. But I think actually installing the stand, you don't need any screws. You just whack that in, clip it in, and then if you want to take it out, you just pull that back out. I think that's probably the easiest monitor mount that I've actually ever seen, which is kind of good. Let's lift this up very gently and place it down. There we go. Oh yes, look at this, mate. Dan's chair might need an upgrade, but his monitor, that is sick. So, I mean, really, this is going to be great for editing. But now let's try and build up the triple monitor setup over on Jake's desk, which is already starting to look a little bit more complete. This is because Jake had to kind of storm ahead yesterday and back up some of the footage that we shot. He's got some really nice peripherals here from XPG and MSI. These speakers, don't worry, he doesn't use these to edit. These are just kind of, if we're watching the video back, he has some proper headphones for when he's editing. Talking of which, they are from Corsair, link in the description down below. But let's get these triple monitors on and see how insane that's going to look with the view out into the studio through the glass as well, which I'm loving. I think that looks great. That's amazing. So first up is the new monitor that we've got from Gigabyte and eBuyer. Let's open this up nicely. You would think maybe with this being my 3rd Gigabyte G32QC that I'd kind of know how to best open these at this point, but no. So you get this included stand in the box as well, like the LG one, not quite as sleek in terms of mounting methods. And then once again, a panel with like an insane amount of curve. Look at that. I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous. And of course, today it's ×3 as well. Let's once again very gently plop this down, and then make sure you build your stand base up nicely. A little something like this. I was about to gloat with the return of the electric screwdriver, but it's out of battery. They need lining up a little bit better, but that's ridiculous. Like, Jake, come around this side, mate. Come and have a look at this, mate. Your new setup is, yeah, I mean, it's so big you haven't really got room for your speakers anymore. Jake's speakers have been displaced. This is a big desk. This is the biggest desk I've ever bought. And it's still, I think your speakers are going to have to kind of go in a portrait mode. That actually looks quite good. I quite kind of rate that. Mate, your mouse pad's not going to fit, though, unless we kind of tuck it under. That'll work. Mate, this is ridiculous. If Jake can't edit, like, 25 videos a week on this setup, then then I don't know what can happen, mate. Oh my God, this is silly. I paid all this money to have this nice glass divider, and Jake won't care because he just won't be able to see anybody. It'd just be sitting here in his zone like, yep. Drink, Jake.
I'm jealous.
Dan's jealous. eBuyer didn't just send the monitors over though, they also sent us a load of smart home gear from TP-Link's Kasa range. Now this includes a pan tilt motion tracking camera with night vision so we can keep an eye on the office when no one's supposed to be here, and access the footage remotely. It just gives me peace of mind if I'm on holiday. I can just keep an eye on things and just make sure the office, when it's empty, is indeed supposed to be empty. Now, they also sent us a couple of different smart plug designs. Now, this is a singular plug, so you plug it into, say, you know, a wall socket or an extension lead, and then you can turn it on or off remotely so that you can automate lighting, you can automate all sorts of different stuff that inherently might not actually be smart in its own design. One that I'm really excited about, though, is this. Now, this is a power strip that's actually smart. So you can plug into one socket and then have control over multiple sockets. You also get USB ports as well. Believe it or not, some of the cameras at the office are actually USB powered. And that means that we haven't necessarily got to go out and buy plug adapters, and we can once again control all of this through the Kasa app. Now let's take a look at the camera first off. So far in the box, we've got a setup guide. We've got a USB Kasa branded plug. We've also got a nice long micro USB charging cable. That's quite nice. It's white as well. And then the actual camera module itself, quite nicely packaged. Okay, that's quite cool. There's the camera itself. And then you also get this mounting plate. So if you wanted to screw it into a wall or, you know, mount it somewhere on a ceiling, then you can absolutely do so. You can imagine this thing on a ceiling is going to give you coverage all around the room as well. Ooh. Oh, it's spinning. The camera's spinning. Oh my goodness, this is, oh, it's quite exciting. So we're going to now try and connect to the Wi-Fi network that the camera's giving off. Kasa Cam 4909, can we see that? Cool, Kasa Cam 4909, we are now connected. We jump back into the app. I'm already connected. Here we go. Okay, so we've got it working. We've now got it in the app. That was pretty easy. You can see here, I can actually pan around. We can see Jake on the actual camera here. And then if we pan around, you can see the two video lights. And if we keep coming, that's an angle. Holy moly. Either way though, that's awesome that you can actually pan and tilt this around. You can set activity zones, so if it spots someone by the door. So for example, if we have the camera here filming overnight and this activity zone by the door gets triggered, it will send me a notification. It will make sure it flags the recording. And that's really, really good because it means you can automate the security in your home. Now, cameras aside, I want to have a little look at this smart extension lead. So you can see here we've got the 3 smart plugs, and then we've got our 2.4 amp USB ports as well. You've got individual switches on the lead itself. So all in all, build quality looks pretty good. Let's get this onto the app and also have a mess about with this bit. So you can see we're now connected up to the actual power strip itself. And then if we switch back into the TP-Link app. Now actually, to demo this, I've plugged in one of the studio lights we're using to record this segment. And if you turn off the extension lead like normal, this light, which otherwise isn't smart, goes off and you turn it back on. But you can of course control this from the app as well. So they all show up as individual plugs, and I can literally just tap the plug and it goes off, and tap the plug and it goes on, and it's super duper low latency. You can put timers on, you can have a look at running schedules, you can also say that you're away and lock this plug off. And on that note, that pretty much wraps it up for the second part of our office move. Please do keep your eyes peeled for the full final tour dropping next week right here on YouTube, where we show you absolutely everything in one quick take, and I think, spoiler alert, you're going to absolutely love it. Thank you very much for watching though, and a big thanks to today's video sponsor, eBuyer.com. But as always, make sure you get subscribed if you aren't already, and we'll see you in the next one.